Hi guys, it's Miss Luchka. Today we're going to read Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Sema. Look, here's the title page. Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Sema. There's a clam. Wonder what's inside. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. He was born inside of the clamshell. He knew early on that he was different from all the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's, and he had different tastes in food. And he wasn't a very good swimmer either. Look at him swimming with his floaties on. Does he look like the other narwhals? No. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided that he wouldn't either. That is, until one day he was swept away by a strong current. I wish I knew how to swim better. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to the land than he had ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature, and it looked so familiar. It looked just like Kelp. Look, there it is. Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, he felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was so nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. But it wasn't. Ow! Oof! Look at him. He tried to walk like a crab. That didn't work out well. And then he tried to hop like a frog. But then he tried to walk like a turtle, and eventually he got the hang of it. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but it was also kind of scary. Kelp began to think that he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, look, there's a rainbow beginning to form around him. Land narwhals! Actually, we're unicorns, and by the looks of it, so are you. Wait, I thought he was a narwhal. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusks. We call them horns. Wow! They introduced him to unicorn delicacies. It's the unicorn. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and he returned to the ocean. He swam towards home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Welcome home, Kelp. They're so happy to see him. Kelp took a deep breath and he told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn, he says. We all knew that. They took it quite well. Everyone knew. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns, or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide, but then he realized that maybe just maybe, he didn't have to choose. Look, there they are. Like one big happy family. They're having fires. They're making mermaids out of their bodies in the sand. Oh, they're even building a sand castle. What's something you see them doing? The end. There he is. Thanks for listening.